Access denied. Why do I have access denied?
Oh, there we go.
All the answers you need to know. Watch now. The Internet Dad Show. Subscribe quick. The Squid Monster's on the way. Inspire with us. Tomorrow's news today. Oh, yeah. Oh.
News like it's
You okay there, Fred?
it's not
Start
letting
again.
me change. It's not letting me change the screen. It says
okay.
access.
I could look at that picture all day.
I honestly can't change it. What's going on? I think hold on. I'm gonna stay in here. Don't.
Well, while JJ does his thing, welcome to the Internet Dad Show, everyone. It starts off professional like this absolutely every single day. So we're glad that you are here with us. Oh, hello. You can join us over on Rumble and YouTube. And I don't know where JJ puts us because I really don't watch the show, to be honest.
It's true. He doesn't. He does not. So for some reason, as soon as I hit live, that Rumble was like, "You're not authorized to control anything," so I couldn't stop it. I couldn't change the scene. I couldn't turn the media on or off.
Well,
It's just locked up.
Sometimes when you get lippy, you got to get a
bug.
smack across the face there, don't you?
Yeah, Rumble, what y'all doing?
What's up, dude?
Good morning,
Hello.
everybody. Welcome to the show. You didn't do this while I was gone. Welcome to the show. I'm JJ. That's Deacon. We are your internet dads. We meet here Monday through Friday to read the news and chuckle about things going on in the world because neither one of us can stop Armageddon.
Dave is supposed to be here pretty soon too.
Mm-hmm.
So
he'll be here.
So good morning. Yes.
Morning.
How's everything in your world?
Everything's fine. Yesterday was just kind of one of those blah days. Like I got a little bit of something done. Maybe this isn't like this for every person that works in software, but for me, it's like this. Like, oh, I need to check and see if I can do this thing. So I spend hours like writing up a thing to do this test, and then push go, and it fails. And I'm like, I guess I can't do that. I need to do something else. So it was kind of a bummer. I mean, I definitively crossed off one thing that I can do, and then, So
Well, that was what I tried to explain to my bosses that are not computer and technically inclined as much as me and the engineer. And we've had this problem. You know, if we have a problem that happens with our satellites and our transmissions and stuff, they're like, you need to fix the problem. And we're like, okay, so we've narrowed it down to a set of things that it could be. But we have to wait until it breaks again.
Yeah, you can't just cause
only one of them off the list. So in essence, if we've got 9 things that we think it can be, it has to at least break 9 more times before we can narrow them down.
If I cannot replicate the problem, I can't figure out what the thing was. If I could replicate the problem, I would already know what it is.
Yeah, and that's what I'm like. It only happens one time a week when we get the satellite transmission one time a week. So I have to wait for it to break. And they just could not understand that. So I don't know. Yeah, I understand what you're talking about.
But we have lots of interesting news to talk about. Maybe we'll see what you think about this. Let's start with this. It doesn't happen all the time where I post a story and then you post a story and then Brian posts a story and then nobody's paying attention.
I think Brian. Let me give credit where credit's due. I think Brian posted it first because be honest, JJ. Brian is more on top of things on this show.
For sure.
We are. He is our producer, basically. We need to give him producer credits. But he posted it, and then I wasn't paying attention, and I posted it, and then Minister posted it, and then I think you posted. We all posted about the same time. We thought it was, and I had to go down and do some digging before I posted because I've posted several things in here. I'm like, ooh, look at this, and Brian or you or Dave are like, that's some BS, dude. Look, and I'm like, oh crap, that's BS. I fell for it. So I had to check this one, and this one looks pretty legit. I mean, there's people crying that this is an AI generated photo, but as someone that generates AI pictures all day long, You know, I do it every single day. Thanks. That's what you get, Brian. You get a thanks banner across our eyes.
There you go. Thanks, Brian. Thanks, Brian.
Thanks, dude. So, JJ, is this an AI generated picture?
No, I just clipped some stuff together and smashed it
No,
together.
I'm talking not you. I'm talking about, is this picture that they are throwing out there of the Waltzes?
You know, it never even occurred to me. You know why? It never even
is
never
it AI.
Ever, it never occurred. No, but it didn't even.
Some of the first thing that I was looking at.
Sure, but let me pull the picture up here so folks can see. Here, I saw this photo. And the first thing I thought, it never even crossed my mind that this was AI, because I didn't think AI would do this to this woman's shorts right here, whatever's going on right here. I was like, oh, that's not
so
good.
What you need to look for in the picture is fingers.
Yeah, extra
hands.
fingers. Sure.
Look by the legs and arm and appendages. You'll have extra lines and extra thing. I didn't see any. This looks like a bunch of people that post for a photo.
Yeah, there's a guy that cousin Bobby came over and here we're doing this thing. Put this shirt on top of your shirt. Oh, okay, he was the last one there. So it's and homeboy over here is wearing penny loafers with his. With this
hey,
stuff.
now don't make fun.
But hey, look, I'm not making fun of them.
I'm not the coolest dresser either.
So
I got on a Dr. Pepper shirt I've owned for 15
I'm
years.
not making fun. I'm just saying it looks authentic to me. Here's the story. Family members of Tim Walz support President Trump in the photo. Now, for those of you who are not keeping up with things, Tim Walz is running for the vice president in his
vice president of the company. Or
of the country. He is Kamala Harris's right-hand man. And his family apparently is not pulling for him. That's not a good look. This photo was posted by the Nebraska GOP gubernatorial candidate Charles Herbster. Shows 8 people posing for a photograph in front of a flag that read Trump 2024, Take America Back. They're not just wearing Trump 2024 shirts. They're wearing Waltzes for Trump, which is so, you know,
okay,
it's not a generic.
This is 8 members of his family. Does it tell who these members are? There's an elderly person there that you automatically want to assume.
That's gotta be Graham's, right?
That guy's grandmother's not alive. That you got to assume that's his mother.
Is that his mom?
But if it's not, it very well may be a cousin or an aunt or something like that as well.
Right.
So you kind of want to know who these people are, because to be honest, I have a very large family and I love them all. Yeah. But if I was to run for president, there's probably a couple that would not want to vote for me.
For sure. Yeah. No, I got the same thing. If there's some people in my family, if they're like, you know, Jason's doing this, they would probably be like,
no, I'm not voting for him.
Not supporting that.
It's the same way with me. But I love
my brother even. I don't know.
Your brother wouldn't vote for me.
This comes from Tim Walz's brother Jeff, who lives in Florida. He was outspoken on Facebook against his brother. I'm 100% against all his ideology. My family wasn't given any notice that he was selected and denied security the days after. So when asked about whether he would support the MAGA movement and endorse Trump, Jeff Walz had said, I've thought hard about doing something like that. I'm torn between that and keeping my family out of it. The stories I could tell, not the type of character you want making decisions about your future. Can you imagine your brother or sister saying that you do not have the type of character that should make any decisions about the future? I mean, unendorsement is real.
Yeah, that's pretty damning. But just because I'm this type of person, I want to know what their relationship's been like. You know, there's underlying questions to just take some guys. Hey, your brother said this. Well, you don't know anything about the relationship between those two brothers. Right. You know, they don't have the relationship that me and my brother have. I mean, my brother are just the closest people in the world. We're like,
I could. If it was like just one brother that was saying it, I could be like, okay. I mean, I can't almost dismiss it because, like, you know
right? Maybe they've got a feud going on or something. Yeah.
Do you know how hard it is for me to get my whole family together to get into a photo?
But I want to know who these people are, because this guy here might be cousin Jeff, and this lady right here might be this. They married into the family, or I'd like to know who they are.
Right. It's a curiosity for sure. Yeah, we don't know. We don't know how bad it is. Okay.
Are they not saying it on? And I was looking when I was posting it yesterday, but I haven't looked since to see who they are. If they've said anything about who they are.
Look at the note. Benny Johnson wrote, "The entire family of Kamala Harris is running mate Tim just endorsed Trump. This is the greatest troll of 2024." Community wrote, "This is not his entire family."
Yeah, no, well, I agree with the community notes. Come on.
Okay. Look, the people in this photo are distant cousins, and Tim Walz's own sister doesn't even recognize who they are. Okay, so your suspicions are founded that they may not be immediate relatives.
I'm not endorsing this dumbass in any shape, way, or form. You can't be closed-minded about stuff. And when I have questions, I'm going to ask questions. And that was, who are these people? Are they fourth cousins? Are they third cousins? When's the last time they saw him? Do they see him once a year at the family gathering? Right. Or do they even go to that family gathering once a year? Or does Tim even go? You know what I mean?
Right. It says that the family in the picture are the descendants of Francis Walz, who was the brother to Tim Walz's grandfather. So, yeah, they're quite distant cousins.
Okay.
Yeah, they're quite distant. Yeah.
Okay. So, unfortunately, they are Walz's, and they're in the family, and they are for Trump, but they need to state that these are not. I mean, it makes a difference.
Yeah.
To me, it does make a difference.
Yeah. Okay. So did we get tricked by the news there a little bit?
No, but that is a prime example of the news not telling you everything, leaving certain points out, and look how the picture is framed. And they're
tying into another truth, though.
What?
They're tying into the truth that Jeff Walz, or Tim Walz, brother, had come out and said that he isn't jiving with him. So when you have that fact comes out, and then you hang this picture on it,
framework,
it's like
you're framing everything. You're moving your chess pieces together in order to get you where you want to be. Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, even putting the elderly person there in the middle, it automatically gets your brain to thinking a certain way. Oh wow! Ooh, ah.
Right. Okay.
So we all have to be smarter than that. We can't be,
do not be tricked by the news, folks.
But it's not being tricked. Those are people in his family, and yeah, they're his cousins.
Right. Well,
it's not like they're his third cousins. They're his cousins.
You can tell true things and be dishonest, right? So
100%.
It's true that that's his family. But it's not true that's his immediate family, which I think is the
immediate family.
Yeah.
And that's what they want you to, the immediate family. It is his family, but it's not his immediate family.
Just
I've got the same thing that happened. I went to school with a guy he was in my class, and he had the same last name as me, and we didn't know each other. And we started talking, and his grandfather and my grandfather were brothers. I was like,
oh wow.
Oh, okay. We are connected. We are related, but we just didn't know, because that brother's family lived on the west side of the county, and we lived on the south part of the county. And then, people get married and do this and have your own lives, and you forget about these cousins.
Does that get immediately weird once you realize you're relatives and that you've
No, we were like closer. It was like my cousin. We would call each other cousin in the hallways.
All right. Let's see. We got some other interesting news. Guys, I got good news. Joe Biden's approval ratings have climbed. They are now the highest in years following his decision to withdraw from the 2024 race. Staffers say the surge reflects a growing appreciation among voters for him leading the nation out of several crises. You think that's true?
It's got to be. The news said it.
All right. According to a new poll released Tuesday, Biden's approval rating has risen from 41% to 48%, marking the highest level he has achieved in polls since taking office. 81 million people in the country voted for Joe Biden, and nowhere near 81 million people have approved of him since he took office. He's taken himself out of the election. He's entered legacy territory with some voters. Whatever. Okay. That's just kind of I thought that was kind of funny.
That is funny.
And just like this, the Biden administration quietly announced $380 million funding for illegal release from DHS custody into our country. So Americans cannot afford groceries. If your entire island gets burned down, you get $700, and a lot of veterans are homeless. But we are going to roll out the cash to illegal immigrants. Democrats prioritize illegals over Americans, says Libs of TikTok. So $380 million. What could you do with $380 million? How many people do you think you could actually help with that? And why are we doing that? Any ideas?
I give up on trying to. I give up on trying to hope that the governments will do the right thing to help people or people in general. Like, I give up trying to think that Elon Musk and Bill Gates, and if they did this, and Jeff Bezos with part of their money, they could feed the no. I'm going to do what I can at my little bitty level, because I cannot control any of these other idiots. And yeah, if you gave me $380 million, absolutely part of it would go to help people in my community, in my family, and people, complete strangers that I didn't know. I don't like money, but everybody else does, so I don't know.
This money is being doled out via the FEMA and Customs and Border Patrol. And
what are you going to do about them? What are we going? I mean, people are still flowing into this country.
They're being imported. They were being flown into our cities. They're being moved into our cities, and those places that are having to absorb these. We're talking hundreds and thousands at a time. Migrants. They're going into these communities, and these communities are not equipped for that. If I was like, oh hey, by the way, Deke, we're gonna put like
these are the same communities that said bring them here. We're a sanctuary city. These are the same communities that said screw the police. We need to defund the police. These are these same communities that are now saying, Colorado, oh, please, someone help us because the police can't do anything. And I watched a very powerful video last night from a guy sitting there talking, and he was like, you know what? No, we're not going to help you because you did this to yourselves. You did this. And the whole time you were wishing death upon me and my family for what I believed in. So absolutely not will we help you. And that was scary to me because you have gotten to the point to where Americans are not going to help Americans.
Oh, the divide is significant. I think I posted an illustration of the divide. Let me see if I retweeted it.
Go find you a book, an old history book that talks about start reading stuff about what happened in around 1850, 1860. You can even about 1845. Very interesting. I got you something here, JJ, that you're going to love. You're going to love this. If you haven't seen this, I thought you would start the show off with this. Oh. Do you remember there was a prosecutor in Georgia named Fannie? Do you remember Fannie? Some people call her Fannie.
Fannie?
Her mama and them call her Fannie, but she's Fannie Willis. So Fannie did not like President Trump. She probably still does not like President Trump.
Well, you know what? People are allowed to not like Trump. Okay.
And that's completely fine. Yeah, that's completely fine. And absolutely. So, she got up on the public stage, and then, when you do that, you better expect that some of your skeletons are going to get dug up. and the closets are going to get opened and they're going to fall out. And one of her skeletons was the fact that she was hired her boyfriend, right? Nathan Wade, right? Was his name Nathan Wade?
Okay.
And she had hired him.
Yeah, Nathan Wade.
It was a
He
big
was the
deal.
prosecutor.
He was a prosecutor. It was a big deal because it was, and then she claimed that, well, she was no longer in a relationship and they hadn't been in a relationship in a long time. That they were in a relationship at one point, but they were no longer in a relationship and they were not in a relationship anymore. Okay. So the other day, Willis's pregnant daughter, Kiana Willis, was arrested in Tyrone, Georgia, for driving with a suspended license. So she must have went by the cop. The cops have the law enforcement officers have license plate readers and stuff now that can tell you if you have your driver's license, if you have insurance, all this crap, So they probably got her doing something. She had a suspended license. They pulled her over, and at this time in this body cam footage, she has already been taken away by the officer that stopped her. This is another officer that I think they said that she was on her phone with her mom, Fonnie, while she was being pulled over. So this is the officer waiting for Fonnie to get there to get the car, I'm guessing, to do stuff and tell her what she needs to do to get her daughter. And I just want to show you some this is the body cam footage.
Yeah. Oh, we have body cam. Okay.
Of Fonnie.
Caution. We don't know what's on body cam footage.
No, this is not bad. But this is Fonnie coming up with another person in the car. Hang on, let me.
Was Fonnie involved in the actual?
No, she was at home. She was at home.
So she was at her house. She got a phone call from.
Yeah, you need to share it. I'm not the moderator.
Probably from law enforcement.
Yeah. She got a call from law enforcement saying her daughter. You need to share it. I'm not the moderator.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was not permitted to permit people.
Yeah, he got his permissions revoked this morning, Dave. It was funny.
Yeah. Okay, you can share now.
Okay. All right. Here you go. This is the body.
I just got my. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm guessing that is her pregnant daughter here in this part of the footage.
Couple hours, probably. Mom, Dad.
Maybe on full screen so we can see the whole thing.
Yeah.
Maybe just not full screen it. Just clip it down.
Let me clip it down.
Yeah. Just
so we can actually see.
There we go. Okay.
So this is Fonnie.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
This, if you'll hear him, listen to what the officer says.
Okay, I'm listening to it.
Probably. Mom, Dad, who listen.
Mom, Dad.
Nice to meet you.
So,
Nice to meet you.
That is Nathan Wade.
Well, how strange.
Her boyfriend that she hasn't been in a relationship with for a long time. This was just the other day. This is August the 24th. You can see at the top of the screen right there.
Yeah.
So, apparently her life.
There he is. That's him.
Well, sometimes lunch buddies, they just lunch together.
That might have been
what
relationships happen. There are off and on relationships.
It seems like the sun's going down. Like it's getting pretty. Maybe they were having a work dinner.
7:32. So yeah, maybe they were having dinner together.
Yeah, maybe.
And the officer just goes on to explain that because they're busy, she'll have to be there for a couple of hours. She has to get fingerprinted and have her picture taken, but they can have this and do this and get her and take her home, and that's all it is. And they're talking about getting the car, and that's all it is. But there's nothing exciting other than the fact that she gets out of the car and walks up with the guy that she's no longer in a relationship with, and it wouldn't be a big deal if she didn't make it a big deal.
There to get a cash reimbursement for some business expenses, and she keeps all that cash at her house.
It could have been anything. It could have
been
anything.
Innocent.
Totally innocent. Been returning some Tupperware or some Pyrex dishes that he had.
Can you bring that back up? Can you bring it back up just for a second? I just want to. I'm curious. Go back to where we can see those two together in the same frame. Okay. That is, I can't see what she's wearing. Is she wearing his t-shirt? No, that's okay. T-shirt. She's not wearing his shirt. She's not wearing his shirt. Okay. All right. and he's not wearing her shirt. So they're wearing their own clothes. I thought perhaps maybe
quit assuming that kind of nastiness.
Yeah.
I ruled it out.
Get your brain out of the gutters, sir.
So, guys,
yeah.
Do you know that in some places, the cost of living are a little higher, maybe higher than where you're at, and yes. In some places, the cost, for instance, of buying gas for your car, gets pretty high.
Right.
And now,
and they're trying to point out right now, gas prices are going down. Are going down. Look how much gas prices are going down.
Sure. There's an election in a couple of weeks.
When you raise the price by $6 and then it goes down by 30 cents, you can kiss my ass. It didn't go down.
Well, that's because they think that you have short memory.
I think if we were to look at the gas prices in the month of September and October in every election year,
they always do.
You are going to see them go down. You're going to see the cost of living go down in September and October. Those are the two cheapest months to live in an election year, as far as I'm concerned. So and it doesn't matter who's in office. Somebody's like, look.
Now, you guys live in Kentucky. I live in Texas. We luckily are able to have gas here and process it and not, pay through the nose for it. But some places it's a little more difficult.
What are you paying a gallon right now?
I don't know, $2.69.
Oh, it's a little cheaper than us. We're at like
nice.
$2.80. We're at like $2.82.
I think it's $2.85.
Yeah, it was over $3 a couple months ago now.
Oh yeah, I mean it's been $3.20 something. Yeah. And what always pissed me off, and I learned real quick, I'd be coming home at night and I'd see the gas and I'd be like, I'm not gonna get gas. I'll get gas in the morning when I leave. And when I wake up in the morning, it's 19 cents higher or something. It's not like 2 cents higher. It's like 19 cents higher.
A lot of places have started this gas rewards thing where you get like 25 cents or 5 cents off a gallon.
Oh yeah.
And their reasoning for doing this, it's like coupons. Their reasoning for doing it is somebody's going to forget to cash in on that. Somebody's not going to take advantage of it. So we'll make extra money. We'll just raise the prices by whatever we're going to discount.
Oh yeah.
I will say this, and I know this for a fact because my dad hauls gas to these gas stations, and he has for a long time. He has always said the same thing. These gas stations do not make hardly any profit off of gas, or that they make their profit off of. Because he always says, he's like, I don't buy anything at a gas station. He's like, it's all marked up like 100% or more.
It's crazy. Yeah.
But it's convenience.
Right.
Do you want 2 liters for 89 cents or do you want a cold 16 ounce for $2?
My granny had a gas pump outside of her house for long. I mean, she lived in the sticks of Kentucky. She had a whole gas station, but it was one gas pump. So I think she made 3 to 5 cents a gallon. That's it.
Right.
Wasn't rolling in the dough.
Okay, well, in California, luckily, you folks that live in California, you have a governor that cares about you. He cares about you, and he's going to do what he can to stop these high prices. Governor Gavin Newsom's refinery fuel rule faces an unprecedented reluctance from green states lawmakers. Oh, hold on. What's going on here? Gavin Newsom had tried to ram this legislation through the state of California that would impact petroleum refineries. He claimed that the measure would prevent oil companies from profiting from the state's high energy costs, but he's having a harder time than he thought getting the plan through. California has the second highest gas prices in the United States and some of the most expensive electricity rates in the world, and Newsom denies that his anti-fossil fuel policies have anything to do with it, even though, they want to have no fuel cars by 2035. California has seen the number of refineries operating in the state decline from 43 to 12 to 12.
In Los Angeles, in Long Beach, gas
14,
today is $4.60 a gallon.
Wow.
That is in Long Beach today.
All right. Hey, but you get a nice view. You get a nice view. So the problem. Okay, so he basically was like, stop operating these refineries in our state, in our beautiful state. We don't want your dirty refineries, and that means that they can't process fuel. And then when one of the refineries has to stop operating for a short amount of time, it has an outsized impact on the fuel supply available in California. So, like when a refinery is like, oh, we have to stop. We have like a wrench or something. I don't know what. We're gonna have to shut down for the day. Then all your food prices, your electricity prices, your gas prices, everything goes up. It goes up for a little bit. So to fix this problem, Gavin Newsom proposed a new rule. He said, hey, if you operate a refinery in this state, you have to have extra fuel on hand just in case there's a problem. So the government, which caused the shortage of supply, is now mandating that refineries would have extra on hand. I'm sure that the government is going to be able to.
Is that victim blaming?
That makes me think of that video that I posted.
Is that victim blaming? Would that fall under victim blaming?
It sounds like it.
That makes me think of that video I posted last night. I know JJ didn't watch it. I'm going to bring it up and show it to you because it's very.
Oh, the coins or the
coins. It's a minute long. JJ, I want you to watch this.
Yeah. All right. You can have a minute.
This is really good. Hang on. Let me see if I can. Let me, if I bigonate it. You still can't see the bottom because of the way Rumble's set up.
Roll it.
I can't scroll it.
Go back to
there you go.
Hey,
there you go.
Look, you scrolled it.
Thank you. Shut up. Okay, hang on. Let me start over again, and you listen to what he's saying.
All right, I'm watching.
How many you got here?
How many you got here on each side? 6.
And here.
6.
And here.
And 6.
All right.
And you have 4 in the middle.
4. Okay. Ready? Okay.
Now, how many you got? 6.
How many?
6.
How many?
6.
And how many?
And 6. Now, take this one, put it here. Take this one, move it over here. You've got 6. 6.
How many?
6.
How many?
And 6. Now take this one, move it here, move that one up there.
Okay.
6, 6, 6, and 6.
How many?
6.
How many?
6.
And how many?
6.
Now let's do that with the other one and move this one up here.
How many?
6.
How many?
6.
How many?
6.
How many?
6.
So if you look at that
0.
as you are in the middle and all of this is government programs, that's where your money goes. Right
Just
there.
moving it around. Except that in reality, some of those little jellies are disappearing completely and they're going into somebody's pockets.
But this is with the oil. That's what they do. That's what I mean. It makes me think of the same thing there when you were saying that.
All right, so that's just oil, but the big government's going to solve these energy problems. No big deal. They're just going to make the refineries have extra fuel on hand, and I'm sure they'll figure out how to make it, operate on the day-to-day. But the government's going to save us. And check this out: California bill is going to require speed limit alarms in cars. The speed limit alarm. The legislature passed a bill to require speed limit detectors and alarms to be installed in new vehicles made, sold, or leased in a bid to use the state's market size to regulate the automobile industry.
Have you ever driven in California?
No.
I just don't see speeding as a huge issue in California. I'm sure there are places, but I'm just
they don't
picturing traffic.
They're trying to make all the rest of us not speed or drive. They really don't want us to drive.
For me, it's a limit, not a goal. Speed limit, not a speed goal. So I typically, whatever it is, I'm going to hit. But there are times when I get a phone call saying, "Hey, David, we need you to report to." I'm going to enjoy seeing what I can do with my car. One night I got called out at 2 a.m. There ain't anybody on the road. I got my little
Right.
Kia Soul. I got it up over 100 miles per hour.
Wow. Okay.
I
I don't like
I
to go
know.
that fast because junk's on the road and stuff. But
deer. I slowed down
Yeah.
after I hit 100. I just wanted to see if I can get it up to 100.
How would you like to have an annoying little alarm go in your car when you're driving too fast?
No,
Wouldn't that would probably solve a lot of problems, don't you think? There's no way it's going to cause additional aggravation and
no, that would solve the companies that would make different things and apps that would stop the alarm, or YouTube videos to clip the alarm, and it would just be a hassle. It wouldn't bother me. I'm an old man.
until they say it voids your warranty
at
on
the
your car.
All right, hold on. Let's make this even better. We want to have an alarm in the car so people don't speed. So we have AI. We can replicate voices. The alarm needs to sound like your wife telling you to slow down.
I think the speeding is the least of our is not the least of our worries, but it's not the number one worry in cars. And my number one worry in cars right now is this.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's this. It's seriously.
Yeah.
It's if I'm looking at the road, it's that scares me so much.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, anytime I see people kind of like drifting between lanes and then I pass them and I look over and they're for sure messing with their phone.
I've told my kids, I've told others, I'm like, any piece of driving advice that all these people give you when you turn 16, it don't matter. There's one piece of advice that you need to remember, and I only say one thing for their driving. You could be certified out of 8+ billion people in the world as the best driver in the entire world. You are it. You're the best driver. Congratulations. You're the number one. And that doesn't matter because you got to watch out for every other asshole out there on the road that's looking at their phone while you're driving by doing what you're supposed to do. And I've told them, I'm like, do you see me before I pull out? I'm like, do you see how many times I look left and right? I look like my head. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm looking like 9 freaking times. I'm not OCD, but I'm looking. And if you've got your blinker on, I don't trust that you're turning. I'm going to wait until I can see your vehicle actually turning before I pull out. Yeah, I don't trust that people are. No, absolutely not. Yeah, that's the truth. Right. I got a story that I didn't get to yesterday. I think you'll like.
Please do.
I wanted to bring this up. Do you guys remember Isaac Hayes? I can't do it. Isaac Hayes, Isaac Hayes. Do you remember Isaac Hayes, the soul singer back in the day? He's passed away now. But he was also the voice of Chef on South Park. He was a devout Scientologist that quit South Park when they made the Scientology episode. Scientologist. Well, Trump has been using a version of "Hold On, I'm Coming" that had Isaac Hayes' version of that song. That song was originally a Sam and Dave song. Hold on, I'm coming. Hold on. So he was using Isaac Hayes' version, and Hayes' family's been like, absolutely not. You've got to stop. And they're sending all these letters of cease and desist and stop and quit using our dad's music and all this mess. And Trump's attorneys was like, you don't own it. Do you remember? You don't own this music. So the people that own it said we can use it, but we're not going to use it anymore. Okay, we'll go back to using YMCA and the Village People and whatever they were using. We're not going to use this anymore. But we just want to make sure after you're throwing out all this crap in the media and making people think that all this crap about Trump and all this mess, you don't own the music.
I mean, they should, if they feel that way, they really should return the check to BMI licensing company, because BMI licensing is who the Trump campaign licenses their music from.
So I just think it's funny.
A lot of money.
This is something that because I've been in music and radio for so long, I've paid attention to stuff like this. And there's been a plethora of stuff like this that has happened over the years. Michael Jackson owned all of the Beatles stuff, and Paul McCartney had tried for years to get it back. And when Michael Jackson died, he still wasn't able to get all of his music back. My old radio stations, it's coming up. It's usually in October. I recorded a spot over there about 15 years ago that every October they run, because I'll have somebody say, I heard you on blah, blah, blah station. And I'm like, yeah, it's got to be that spot that they use every year. And they own my voice of that spot. I had to sign a paper when I left. That paper was basically, we own all
unlimited
the stuff
license, unlimited use
here.
Yeah,
we'll give you a copy of it so that you can keep it for yourself and use it to get you other jobs and stuff, as an example of your work. But they own my voice from the time that I was there. I cannot get them to.
How long ago was this?
Well, that's 15 years ago.
Oh, right, yeah.
So
okay,
I can understand.
Hey, I got one more thing. Do you guys ever watch UFC? Ever watch fights?
Yeah, sometimes.
When I say the name Conor McGregor, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know who Conor McGregor is. Well, I have some interesting news that just broke. According to DC Drano, Conor McGregor is going to run to be president of Ireland. Can you imagine? Yes. Can you imagine Donald Trump and President McGregor?
What movie was?
Oh, he was in a movie, wasn't he?
Was he in Boondock Saints?
Roadhouse. Okay, so I started to say he's
yeah.
in that. I've told y'all that it's really good too.
I haven't seen it.
The new iteration of Roadhouse on Prime with Jake Gyllenhaal, Conor McGregor is in it, and he's awesome. Because when he first walked up, I thought, I know that guy. Who is that guy? And when you first see him, and I'm like, I know that guy. Who is that guy? And when he starts speaking, I'm like, is that Conor McGregor? And then you got to stop and look on your phone and whatnot. It was a good remake of the movie, but he's in that movie. Yeah.
Oh, that's the only movie he's been in.
That's the only movie he's been in.
I thought for sure. Well, I'm hoping he's in Boondock Saints 3.
Yeah,
I see they're coming up with a third.
Oh, right? I've seen the first one. The second one's not as good to me.
Yeah, the second one's not as good, but it's okay. It's worth watching.
The first one is amazing. Squirrel gets literally gets a kitchen sink thrown at him from an alley.
It came out right at was it September 11th? Is right when it came out, and so it disappeared really quick. There was a really big tragedy. It might have been a school shooting. I don't know. But it got thrown on the back burner and didn't go anywhere.
Do you have anything else that's fun?
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, one more. I think we got time for one more.
Do you want to hit the AI stuff?
Yeah, let's see if I'm allowed to.
Oh,
excuse me, Mr. Rumble. Am I allowed to do things here? I haven't updated this yet.
Ooh.
Beep, bop, boop. This is AI News.
It's not real far off. It's not real far off from this.
Oh my God.
Beep, bop, boop.
Yeah.
I will buy your shoe.
That woman's so lazy she couldn't pick up her own bag. Yeah, that's weird, dude. That's weird.
I thought they were gonna dance.
That's weird.
This is Neo Beta, a bipedal human robot designed for home use. The Neo Beta prototype launch is a significant milestone. That was just the video. Neo was first revealed in June and is set to be mass produced at the company's facility in Norway. It has a height of an average human at 5.5 feet, or 5 foot 5 inches tall, and weighs 66 pounds. The robot can lift double its weight, 154 pounds, and carry 44 pounds, and run at speeds of 7.5 miles per hour.
What's its distance?
It can run at 7.5 miles an hour.
It doesn't say.
I'm thinking like you could train with this thing, right? Hey,
Yes.
Neo, let's go run around the block.
This
Hey, robot, fight me.
this could be very
Spark.
interesting for elderly people and people that need something in, my elderly aunt,
It's
my
named Neo.
I called my brother the other day and I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm going over to my aunt's house, blah, blah, blah." And I was like, "Oh," and he called me, or he was leaving. And I said, "What did she want?" And he goes, "Oh, she just wanted me to make her a pimento sandwich and take out the trash." And I was like, "Oh," because she's in her 80s.
Right.
Something like this that could take out trash. I know JJ's laughing and whatnot, but I'm looking at it from a practical standpoint.
There's the importance of human connection, though. Granny does not want a robot coming over. Granny wants grandkids.
I'm not saying not coming over and to substitute it as a companion, but my little dog don't talk to me, but I'm sure been a lot happier that he's been with me.
Neo, get the plunger.
Right? Right?
Now, I need Neo to plug in the back of the head. I need his charger to be in the back of the head.
I hate my. I can't believe they made me
burritos.
Well, I'm just saying.
Now, when you played that video, look, play it again. Show it again.
Why do you always do that as soon as I close the freaking thing? Hang on, I'll play it again. I mean, I just hit the button.
I'm sorry.
Here's the video.
Look at that. Look at that photo. Look at that photo. Look at this. Look at her. Look up at that thing. It looks like she's in a relationship with that robot.
Well, I mean, have you seen some of the stuff that Japanese people do?
And
I don't want to know what's underneath the suit.
I promise you.
Japanese people do.
They know what's under. They did.
Maybe not this chick, but there's going to be people that are going to misuse these robots immediately.
Of course. There's ancient drawings from Neanderthals that are phallic symbols. There's phallic symbols graffiti in Roman. So there you go. I think we should have one of those for the show. Is all I'm saying.
I don't like this.
Yeah. Look, I got you.
You're so wrong.
Please stop.
I just got what he was doing.
With ease, whether carrying a 44-pound load or running at 7.5 miles per hour, Enio adapts to tasks efficiently.
I'm gonna take a
I thought we'd see some more. Ooh, what about this, JJ?
I saw. Oh, that's
the human world with
the middle
ease,
of the night.
using familiar gestures and
on?
expressions to interact
Hello,
naturally
Dave.
with people.
Why are you up? Why aren't you sleeping?
Future
Unlock the
of
pod bay
robotics
doors.
and
Open the pod bay doors.
There you go. That's all the fun stuff I have. I don't think I have anything else today, do I? Did I put
had
anything
one
else
story.
in
I have one story. I have authority, and he's talking on the phone, so I'm going to throw it up there.
Oh, I didn't know that he was on. My bad.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, yeah.
Navy commander relieved of duty after photo showed him firing. Just go backwards. You can see that, right?
Are we sure?
Yeah.
It looks backwards,
because
but
the Marines called it out. The Marines called it out.
I was going to say, I mean, certain scopes have certain things that could make it look like it's wrong.
Well, the Marines called it out, according
but
to
it
this
does.
article.
I mean, it does look backwards to me.
No, I'm not going to donate. Where are we going here? Let me see. Here we go. The military news outlet Stars and Stripes reported that the Marine Corps took a dig at the Navy, sharing a photo on its social media of a Marine firing a weapon aboard the amphibious assault ship USS Boxer. This guy is not on USS Boxer. They captured clear sight picture. And then they said, thanks for pointing out our rifle scope error in the previous post. Picture has been removed until EMI extra military instruction is complete. Well, the guy was, I think it was about 4 months ago, but now he's been removed. He's been discharged for lack of uh, confidence. Yeah, loss of confidence.
Loss of confidence.
Yeah, when I saw that,
absolutely.
I'm like, man, that just
Mm-hmm.
that's heartbreaking.
Heartbreaking. That guy had a scope on his rifle backwards.
He should have known. He's a commander. He should know.
Do you have a photo of that? Pull the photo of that. Pull the photo of the rifle up. He also didn't have the weapon shouldered in his shoulder pocket correctly. He didn't.
I didn't see that.
Hold on. Let me go back through here.
Oh, I
do
see
all
it
this
now.
again.
Look at this. Look at this shoulder. That is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That the butt of the rifle needs to be shouldered. It needs to be shouldered in the socket.
I didn't even notice that.
Scope is backwards, and he's got his finger. Oh, he's shooting. So
he is
shooting.
Fingers on the trigger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can see the shell in the air. Woo-hoo.
And honestly, why is his forward grip so far down the barrel?
That's a different.
It's ridiculous.
Anyway,
that is
too. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
It is all the way back.
He doesn't even have his thumb around the guard, so it's no thumb.
I doubt this is his gun. I'm sure this is. Well, no, he's actually shooting it, so it's not just a photo op. I got no clue.
JJ, you don't need to know how to rifle to drive a boat. You don't need to be driving a boat if you can't shoot.
He's in charge
rifle.
of. His boat was stationed in the Gulf of
Basic 101.
It's in the right outside the Ottoman Empire, the former Ottoman Empire. Crap, I already closed it now. But he's in charge of guided missiles.
Oh my. Hey, on that previous story, what was the company that's making those robots?
I don't know. Neo. Look up Neo Robotics.
Neo Beta.
Neo Beta.
I just
that was the robot.
And I got a call from my vacuum cleaner, and we just broke up. So I need to find out what company this is.
Are you going to hire?
All right, can we do jokes?
Are you going to replace me on the show?
Yeah.
No. I'm gonna program a robot to be just as crazy as me.
No.
I don't know what I've put in my conspiracy theories lately. Ooh. I posted something in my conspiracy theories. I want to show this on the show. Look at this. This is scary as crap. I was like, whoa, I didn't even think about that. There is they say in this video is an especially terrifying development for Russians that the Ukrainians are taking the drones, and they've been using the drones and dropping bombs and stuff in the Russian trenches and stuff, but the Russian trenches are in there in those little forested areas and stuff, so you really can't see anybody. So they are now taking drones and attaching
development for the
thermite to it and just dropping it in the trenches. And if you people don't know what thermite is, it is like metal powder mixed with another metal, a different type of metal, and it creates a reaction that is about 4,500 degrees Fahrenheit. You cannot look.
You see something blew up right there.
That was ammunition. That was ammunition exploding and stuff.
Yeah.
This thermite will burn straight through tank engines. You can't put it out. Water, when you try to throw water on it, it just immediately turns to steam. It is a nasty, nasty, nasty thing, this thermite. And look, it just burns.
Look, are the Russians good guys? No, the Russians are not good guys. They invaded Ukraine. Are the Ukrainians the good guys? No, they are also not the good guys. We do not need to be involved in this. No, there's no good guys.
Dropping thermite from drones is something that I hadn't thought of yet, and that just is scary as crap. I mean, geez, that's more scary than the freaking flame-throwing dog thing you showed the other day.
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
Awful. Yeah, that's not good. I don't like that. In the war. Stop the war.
That talk show that I have on Wednesdays, I usually don't host, but the host was sick and I had to host yesterday, and I had two guests. Well, when I had to leave, I had a surprise guest come in, and he wasn't even the last. I had 7 guests, 5 surprise guests that I didn't know about yesterday. After I got off with y'all, I had a terrible morning. Terrible morning. It was very stressful. So I didn't have music yesterday, and I don't have music today because I'm just now thinking about it.
Well, let's do Isaac Hayes. He doesn't want his songs played.
No, we're not giving him any. No, we're not.
All right. We end the song every day on hilarious jokes or whatever we provide. And this morning, here's mine. Why did the opera singer go sailing? Nothing. You wanted to hit the
Figured he'd go for a row. Figaro.
What'd you say?
You wanted to hit the high seas.
Yeah.
Oh. We got to do better with your jokes, dude. I'm serious. I'm just gonna close that.
Like another one? How about this? How about this? Leather is great for sneaking around because it's made of hide.
I'm inventing a thought-controlled air freshener.
Oh?
Yeah, it makes sense if you think about it.
That's good.
I flipped my calendar over yesterday. I noticed that we are now into September. I think JJ, you actually saw me flip my calendar over. It's Batman calendar, and I'm kind of worried for my calendar now.
Yeah.
Yeah, its days are numbered.
Oh my God! No good jokes this morning, folks. Thank you for watching. We'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow will be better. Bye, little dude.
Politicians and talking heads lying left and right. You can help us bring facts into the light. Don't let your daughter lose her next with me to a psychopath dude with